Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the Poor Pluta channel. Guys, today I am doing a paid review. This is paid review 21QA146. And this here is for Rene. Before we start, customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing something different today. Patek Philippe annual calendar 5035. It's the first Patek, the first annual calendar, because Patek invented this complication. This is the first annual calendar commercially released, and it was done by Patek in 1996. There we go. Here is a good question here. This is from Rene. Archie, I'm a big fan and want your opinion. I'm thinking about trading my 2016 Bluesy for a blue Milgauss. Do you think this is a good trade? Okie dokie. So there we go. He's asked me. So 2016 Bluesy for a Milgauss. Now, the problem is he's asked me this question. He hasn't told me any details. He's told me nothing. Is the Bluesy naked? Naked meaning no box or papers. Is it box and papers? Is it box only? What condition is the Bluesy in? He's told me nothing about the Milgauss. Is the Z blue box papers? Is it brand new? Is it minty? Is it like new? Near new? What exactly are we dealing with? Because it's like saying, hey, I'm thinking about trading my 2016 BMW for a Mercedes-Benz. Okay, which model? And then he hasn't even given me details. Was there going to be some cash going your way or the other? I don't understand. So very, very vague. Very vague. Very vague indeed. Very vague indeed. And, you know, it makes it really hard because the variables are just so big there. But let's look at it on face value. Let's assume it's a 2016 Bluesy. And let's assume it's in reasonably nice condition. And let's assume the Milgauss is a little bit newer. They're both box papers. What do I think? Well, wouldn't you need some financial incentive? See, the deal, is it a straight swap? Is it, I don't have all the information, but let's ignore the monetary views there. And let's say, okay, well, what do I think of the deal? Going from a two-tone Bluesy to a Z blue. And I've actually owned, well, I haven't actually had a ceramic Bluesy, but I had a V serial number. I had a V serial number. Last of the last pre-ceramics. So what do I think here? And this is a good question. It's a really good question. What do I think? I think, I don't think I would do that. Why would you go? I think for starters, the Bluesy is a date submariner. I mean, this is a much more expensive watch. Why would you want to go? I mean, I've actually got a Z blue myself, and I love my Z blue. I love my Z blue. And I've also got a Submariner date. I've actually got a 41 mil. I got to be totally honest with you. I don't think I would be getting out of a Bluesy for a Z blue. It's a hell of a lot less. It's a lot less of a watch. And I don't know why you'd want to do that. I think that they've got very different personalities. The two-tone Submariner, it's a dive watch. It's very, very loud. It's a very, very loud watch. It attracts a fair bit of attention. Beautiful watch, beautiful watch. The Z Blue is a bit more under the radar. It can be considered a bit of a dress watch, like the Submariner two-tone Bluesy is a bit of a dress watch because it's a luxury watch, it's very expensive, and it's got the gold. You've got the gold center links there, and the bezel, and the crown. The Milgauss also has the polished steel center link, so it's kind of a little bit more. I can see how they do share a few things there, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. I would possibly add a Bluesy, but I wouldn't be replacing a Bluesy with a Z Blue. And I own a Z Blue, so I'm more biased to the Z Blue. I think the Bluesy itself is a fabulous watch. In fact, I would say the two-tone Bluesy is the perfect one-and-done watch because it is very, very, it's a very cool watch. It's very cool. The Milgauss is cool. Not as cool. I don't think the Milgauss is as cool. I think the Milgauss has amazing presence, but personally, no, I wouldn't be doing that. I would possibly add a Z Blue, yes, nothing wrong with that, but I wouldn't be selling. I think your problem is you're probably just a bit bored. And the problem with that is, okay, so you do this stupid deal. See, you haven't told me any details financially or given me any condition. You've just been very, very general. But I can't see how this would be a good move. I think it's a rather dumb move myself. And I've got a Z Blue. I love the Z Blue, but it's nowhere near as good as a Bluesy. The Bluesy, I got to be honest with you, you've got to have a certain swagger to pull off the Bluesy. I get it. It is a very loud watch. It gets a fair bit of attention, but it is a superb watch. And it's kind of like a, how would I put it? It's like a high-powered sports motorbike, okay? That's kind of what it is. It's kind of like a high-powered, it's a Widowmaker. I mean, it's very lethal. And it stands out like dog's balls, but it is an amazing thing. And my own opinion, no way in the world. And that's ignoring the deal, because you haven't told me any details of the deal. But let's say it's just you could get out of your watch fairly, and you could get into the Milgauss fairly. So it was kind of a, it's not a financial. You're paying fair market to both, okay? I would do it. I'd be keeping the Bluesy. I really, really would. Now, I've decided not to go that way myself. Like, I don't have any two-tones. I've got 4 precious metal Pateks. I've gone for really conservative granddad sort of Pateks because I like that. I like that style. But if I wanted to be a bit of a spruiker, I reckon a two-tone Bluesy. If you want to look like a minted man, a two-tone ceramic Bluesy pops. Absolutely pops. I can't think of a better watch. It's like turning up in a Mercedes-Benz E-Class coupe. It's just cool. It is cool. It's always been cool. It always will be cool. It's cool. And that's how it is, I think. I think the Milgauss is kind of like turning up in a C-Class. Okay, it's quality. It's nice. The Bluesy, the two-tone Submariner Bluesy, that's like turning up in a E-Class coupe. It looks expensive. It looks expensive. It's cool. And I got no idea why you'd possibly want to do the swap. I'm sorry. There you go, guys. I've told you my opinion. Okay, guys, that's a paid review. Guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I also can't survive on Timepiece Gentleman Gossip forever. I need some paid reviews. Get those babies cranking. $50 US. I'll do a paid review. I'll tell you the truth. I'll give you the good, the bad, the ugly, and I will see you in the next one. Look down below in the description how to organize a paid review, and I will see you very soon. See you later. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 US for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 US paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.